What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Collider Interview Studio at TIFF 2025. We are at the Campari Cinema Center with the team behind Good Boy. I will start by saying huge congratulations on your movie. It's really something else.
Thank you so much.
Very, very impressed. Clearly, I know what your film is, but because we're celebrating it as a festival debut, many of our viewers are first going to learn about it through this interview. So would you mind doing the honors and giving a brief synopsis?
Yeah, so Good Boy is a film about a twisted thriller about this hooligan played by Anson Boon, the worst possible person in the world, who gets kidnapped and wakes up in the basement on a mattress chained to a ceiling. And in front of him is Stephen Graham, who plays Chris. And he says, "Hello, my name is Chris. This is my wife, Kathryn, played by Andrea Riseborough, and this is our son Jonathan, played by Kit. And we are a normal family, and we're gonna make you into a good boy." So that's basically the film.
You came to play with that answer. That was so succinct and well done. So you have this script come your way. I'm sure it's a great script right out the gate, but I guess what space did you see in the script that made you think, I have a way that's unique to me to fill that space as a director?
Yeah, well, two things. One is definitely we have four actors for the most time together, closed in this, in one house, and kind of becoming this weird family unit for the whole film. It's like a play pretend, like the good boy, who is the good boy? Why is he a good boy? What does it mean to be a good boy? And the other thing is kind of like, I came from this weird political place, which is weird maybe in the context of Good Boy, but I was always fascinated by how in 1984, the classic book, but not only like tyrannies, authoritarian regimes take over the mind of people who are in them and make them kind of fall in love with the regime. If they're not fighting, many people just lose their opposition and just go along with the tyranny. So it's kind of like it mixed in the weirdest way with Good Boy, which in like a nutshell shows you the process of what it means to kind of give up your freedom and liberty for the sake of being listened to and being taken care of. And is it good or bad?
I might revisit that question later on if we have time.
It's a light watch.
It's been swirling in my brain quite a bit since watching your movie. Anson, I'll come your way now. You get this script, you read what the role entails. What are some of your biggest burning questions in terms of what it would take to actually pull this off, and I guess how you would be okay with the physical demands of the performance?
Sure. I mean, when I read it, I thought this is such high concept, and I'm always kind of attracted to that. I thought this is going to be a difficult concept to pull off. The idea that this guy is taken totally against his will and forced into a rehabilitation process. And I won't spoil the film for you, but it delivers some pretty unique outcomes, let's say that. And the film kind of explores Stockholm Syndrome and all that kind of thing. And I'm always attracted to those interesting, unique stories because you just don't read them every day, right? Me and Jan had a lot of conversations about how we might pull it off. And I guess all that really pulled me through was just how much I enjoyed it. As someone that loves films, when I read it, I was like, this is a film I would love to see. I believe in this concept. I have no idea whether I'm going to do it justice, but I put absolutely everything I have into it. I worked incredibly hard to map the journey of my character out, from going from someone who is furious against his captors to someone who complies with his captors. And hopefully we pulled it off. We'll have to see what people think.
I mean, as I'm thinking about this, I don't even know if this question really applies, because he does wind up so incredibly different at the end. But when you're mapping out a character arc like that, I guess, is there any kind of consistent anchor that you could hold tight to that allows him to go through a transformation, but we still believe that he is kind of the same person at the end?
Sure.
I thought you did that beautifully, which is why I wanted to ask the question.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's so the balance with Tommy was, if you imagine like some weighing scales, at the start it's obviously totally weighed down with he's been kidnapped by someone and he's chained in a basement like a animal, right? And he needs to escape. And then I had like 6 stages that I mapped out for the character in terms of his anger towards his captors, and how that turns into compliance, which turns into enjoyment somehow. And the scales kind of balanced themselves out, and it was always about weighing up how much he was enjoying being in the house and how much he still needed to leave, right? And it also went in tandem with his sobriety as well. You meet someone at the start who's pretty much an addict. He probably wouldn't admit that, but the lifestyle he leads is total, and he's put in this basement with nothing but health and eco-friendly things from these captors, and he's like cold turkey right at the start of the film. Yeah,
it's a lot to juggle. It's not easy to sell all of that, especially in stages where they coexist. And again, I was very impressed by that.
Thank you. I had to choose like really specific scenes, times when he learned, okay, I'm not going to get out by force, so I'm going to have to comply with them. And in the act of compliance, he ends up having a good time in some ways.
I see it.
Yeah.
I see it and I feel it. Kit, your character's also in a little bit of a complex situation. I love asking actors for aha moments when they're playing a character. So is there anything you thought of or did either in prep or on set that made you know, like, I get who my character is now?
Well, for me, it was, I remember I was speaking to Andrea, and there's a big shift between Jonathan and Kathryn's relationship. Like, they're quite distant because of everything that's going on. And then it was after Tommy's birthday, then everything became a lot more closer. And I remember Andrea suggested, like, a reason for that could have been they got close because they baked the cake together, and then they spent that quality bonding time making the cake, preparing it. So I think for that, that really helped me understand, like, a big turning point for mine and Kathryn's relationship.
The two of them are something else. I feel like I have to highlight the two of them with all three. I think the world of them. I feel like I went into this movie knowing that, I don't know, the sky's the limit with their performances, but still both are doing something that I've never seen them do before here. But anyway, I want to ask about them as creative partners for each of you. Can you each pinpoint something you were able to achieve while making this movie? Because Andrea and Steven are such good collaborators and supportive collaborators that make you feel safe swinging for the fences.
Yeah, well, one of the things I really wanted to achieve here, especially with this concept, is to have at least 2 or 3 even emotions at the same time in every scene. So one kind of overhanging emotion for the Anson's character, probably, like you said, was he wants to definitely escape from this house. He was kidnapped, right? But then another emotion kicks in, and another one which kind of contradicts the survival instinct in him. And then he's so conflicted at some point. And we're talking about only him. And then the same thing with Stephen Graham's character and Andrea Riseborough character. Andrea is starting as a depressed, not saying anything person who probably is grieving, but that's the big thing you might reveal to yourself if you watch the film. And then something happens and she kind of, from this pale ghost, becomes a person again, and your mom. And then Kit's character, Jonathan, like Kit said, like, he was kind of neglected, I would say, because she was gone, and then he slowly, kind of retrieves a brother, and then he becomes like an argument for the, closer to the end of the film, for him, for Anson's character to, I don't know, stay or save him or whatever. So it was a really intricate map of character arcs and overlaps and how they trigger themselves. I was trying to really be precise about it because I knew it might never happen again to be involved in such an absurd, dark humor, absurd in a good way, absurd, dark humor, super intelligent, tricky, playing with your mind and morality to film. Like, good boy.
Well done. How about for the two of you with Steven and Andrea?
I think that what it was for me was the bold choices that they made as actors really allowed me license to really commit to my character as well. And we spoke about it at the beginning, the complex concept of this film, which was something that I was always so conscious of, making sure that if to pull this off, if we were going to do that, we had to absolutely commit to this. Because what struck me when I first read the script is it has this absurdity. It's kind of outrageous, but it is absolutely rooted in naturalism.
Yes.
And despite the strange circumstances, I hope you feel the same. You can actually imagine it happening in a weird way. The way it's written, it's like, it's so absurd, but it's also really realistic. And to achieve that, everyone had to absolutely commit, and they do play these really wacky characters. Although my character's kind of really bad at the beginning in his actions, he's more someone that you could actually meet. Their characters are really out there, but they committed so much to it, you believe it. And that gave me license to really commit to the concept as well.
Without a doubt, I could see that.
Well, for me they are brilliant actors, but they're also like amazing people. And my character Jonathan has to be really close and really friendly and wanting to seek like their approval. And what really helped for me is they are genuinely really nice people. So it was really easy to play like you really like them and stuff. And yeah, for me that helped with my performance. And I remember with the smoking scene, like Stephen was like okay, really, like they can always cut it, like just keep going when you're in the moment. If you just keep on going, it'll only get better. And he really helped me improve my performance. So that was really helpful for me.
Yeah, and kind of just to also expand on it, in general, this film has a lot of dark, humoristic elements, and people in the audience, we were so happy to see them chuckling and laughing more and more and more, because they sort of try to understand what type of genre they're watching along. Like it's so weird. And then in order to pull it off, I think what you guys said, it has to take the whole cast absolutely commit to what they're playing, not to wink to everybody like it's a comedy. No. If they're really crying, they're really into it. Even if for some people in the audience it might be funny, and it's fine, because that's where we are with this film.
All right, we got to wind down. Last order of business here. So at the Collider Interview Studio this year, we're passing notes from film to film.
Oh.
You three received a note from the head of crew.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you your note, and then you have to write a note to our next film, which comes in tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
You read it.
Cool.
Give the good boy some
Treats.
Yes.
Lovely.
You get treats after. I don't know.
Great, you
What
can-
kind of treats do you want?
You guys can buy me a few beers later. That would be maybe not Kit, but
We can give you some Campari on the
Yeah,
way out.
wow,
That'll be
wonderful,
your treat.
wonderful.
So now I need one of you to write a note.
can we know who this is
You
for?
are writing for Steal Away.
Sorry, I'll write slowly.
This is perfect. You can take your time. I have to send you on your way, though. I'm going to say a huge congratulations on Good Boy. I appreciate your time and sharing some of your experience making it with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
you for having
Enjoy
us.
celebrating.